You were born to win, but winning is never an accident, and success is never luck. It is the result of choices you make every single day, because life does not reward intentions, life rewards action. And the moment you understand this truth, your entire mindset begins to shift, because you stop waiting for permission, you stop waiting for motivation, and you stop waiting for the perfect moment, and you finally realize that the perfect moment is now, right where you are, with what you have, because success is not about where you start, it's about the direction you choose to move in. Most people don't fail because they are weak, they fail because they quit too early, they fail because they listen to fear, they fail because they allow temporary discomfort to talk them out of permanent growth. And that is why discipline will always beat motivation, because motivation comes and goes, but discipline stays. Discipline shows up when you're tired, discipline works when you don't feel like it, discipline keeps going when excuses sound convincing, and if you want a life others dream about, you must be willing to do what others refuse to do. You see, success begins in the mind, long before it ever appears in your hands, because what you believe determines what you attempt, and what you attempt determines what you achieve. So if you believe you are average, you will live an average life, but if you believe you were created for greatness, you will start taking actions that align with greatness. And the moment you raise your standards, everything around you begins to rise, your habits, your results, your confidence, and your future. Zig Ziglar once said that you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great, and that is one of the most powerful truths you will ever hear, because most people wait until they feel ready, but readiness comes after action, not before it. Confidence is built through doing, not through thinking, and courage is not the absence of fear, it is the decision to move forward despite fear. Life is not supposed to be easy, and if it were easy, everyone would succeed, but the struggle you are facing today is shaping the strength you will need tomorrow. Every challenge is training, every setback is preparation, and every failure is feedback, not defeat, unless you choose to quit, because the only real failure is giving up on yourself, and the moment you decide to keep going, no matter how slow the progress feels, you are already winning. Most people aim too low and then feel surprised when life gives them very little, but those who aim higher, who dream bigger, who demand more from themselves, they may struggle more in the beginning, but they live a life of purpose, impact, and fulfillment in the end, because success is not about comfort, it is about growth, and growth requires discomfort. You must learn to control your thoughts, because if you don't, someone else will. The world will tell you that you are not enough, that it's too late, that the competition is too strong, that your past disqualifies you, but none of that is true, because your past does not define your future unless you allow it to, and your current situation is not your final destination. Every single day you wake up, you are given a choice, to stay the same or to grow, to complain or to commit, to settle or to strive, and the quality of your life will always be determined by the quality of the choices you make consistently, not occasionally, not when it's convenient, but especially when it's hard. Success is built quietly, when no one is watching, when there is no applause, when there are no likes, no comments, and no recognition, because before success makes noise, it demands silence, patience, and persistence, and those who stay consistent during the silent seasons are the ones who eventually rise when the spotlight appears. You don't need approval to move forward, you don't need validation to believe in yourself, and you don't need permission to chase your dreams. Because the moment you start relying on others to believe in you, you give away your power, and greatness begins when you decide to back yourself, even when no one else does. There will be days when you feel tired, days when you feel behind, days when you question your path, but those are the days that matter most, because showing up on the hard days is what separates winners from quitters. And remember this, winners are not people who never fail, winners are people who never quit. If you want success, you must be willing to pay the price. Not with excuses, but with effort, not with words, but with work, because dreams without action remain fantasies, but dreams backed by discipline turn into reality, step by step, day by day. And one day, if you stay committed, if you stay consistent, if you refuse to give up, you will look back and realize that the struggle you once hated became the strength you now respect, and the pain you once feared became the power that built your future. Your best days are not behind you, they are ahead of you, but only if you decide today to move forward, to rise higher, to demand more from yourself, and to never settle for less than the life you were created to live.